In the last video, I have given introduction to the packages concept in Java. In this video, I'll explain practically how to store classes into a package and how to access classes which are stored in a package. All of you just see this program. In this Java program, I have written a class with name person. Inside this class, I have written two variables, name and age, because I want to store only name and age of the person. That's the reason I have declared only two variables, name and age. So inside this class I have written two functions, read and write. Inside the read function I have assigned values to these variables, like name equals to Medhansh and age equals to 27. In the write function I have printed the values of these two variables. So now finally in person class I have two variables and two functions. Now I want to place this person class in a folder. That means I want to place this person class in project1 package. In order to place this class in project1 package, we should write a statement like this: package space project1. Here package is the keyword and project1 is the name of the package. This statement must be the first executable statement in a program. That's the reason I have written this statement at the beginning. And if you want to place any class in a package, then the access specifier of that class should be public. Here if you observe, the access specifier of person class is public. And if you observe here, the access specifier of read is also public and the access specifier of write is also public. Because if you do not write public here, then you cannot access these classes and functions outside this package. We know that package's main purpose is reusability. If you do not write public here, you cannot reuse this class outside this project1 package. Okay, in order to use this class outside the project1 and inside the project1 package, we should write public here. If you do not write public here, then you can use this class within the project1 package, but you cannot use this person class outside the project1. Okay, but package's main purpose is reusability. So we should always write public here. Then you can use this class anywhere, either inside the project1 package or outside the project1 package. And here the access specifier of read function and write function should be public. And the next point is, at a time you can place only one class or interface in a package. Here if you observe, in this program I have written only person class. If you want to place employee class in project1 package, then you should write some other program. If you want to place a student class in project1 package, then you should write some other program. For each and every class we should write a separate program. And the name of this, and the last point is, the name of this Java program should be person.java. Okay, here if you observe, I have written the class with two variables and two functions. So here this part of the program is called the business logic. If you observe, when you create the class, then there is no memory space for the class variables. So there is no memory space for name and there is no memory space for age. If you want to allocate memory space for the person class variable, then you should create the object like this: person p equals to new person. Then only memory will be allocated for the class variables. And if you want to call the functions read and write, then you can call the read and write functions by using the object. Then only the statements of read and write functions will be executed. These statements comes under execution logic. Object creation statement and function calling statements comes under execution logic. It is always recommended to write business logic and execution logic separately. So here I am writing the business logic in this program and I have written the execution logic in some other program. So all of you just see this program. In this program, I have written one main class. Inside the main class, I have written main function. We know that program execution starts from the main function. So when I execute this program, program execution starts from the first statement of the main function. Inside this main function, I created the object of person class. I have already created this class in the previous program, right? So I have created the object of person class. Then I called read and write functions by using the object P. So by using P dot read and P dot write. So I have called the functions read and write functions. Okay. So if you observe, person class is placed in project1 package and main class is not placed in any package. If you observe, I have not written any package space package name statement here. That is, main class is not placed in any package. So JVM will place this file in a package with name no name. So this class is placed in no name package and previous person.java program is placed in project1 package. That is, these two classes are placed in separate packages. So you cannot access person class here because person class is in one package and main class is in another package. So you cannot access person class in main class. If you want to access the person class here, you should write one statement like this: import project1.person. The meaning of this statement is, in this class I want to use person class which is placed in project1. So by using the import statement, here import is a keyword, by using this import statement we can access the person class inside the main class. So now you can create the object and you can call the read and write functions. So finally we have written two programs. Now we will compile and execute these two programs. Okay, so we have written the person.java program and main class.java program. Okay, first we will try to compile the program. So before compilation, first we will check whether there is any file with name project1. So we will check the files. So inside this folder there is no folder with name project1. So here I am deleting the project1 folder. If you observe, there is no folder with name project1. Okay, so now I'll compile the person.java program. So javac person.java. So this program is compiled successfully because there are no errors in this program. Now we will check whether there is any folder with project1 or not. So if you observe, there is no folder with project1. So by using the normal syntax, you cannot create the package. So in order to create the package, you should use a separate syntax for compilation. The syntax here is javac -d space dot person.java. Here -d is a switch. It gives an indication to the JVM. Go to the person.java program and take the package name and create a folder with that package name. So when I execute this statement, now project1 folder will be created. Now we will just observe this file. So here if you observe, so when you execute this statement, then project1 folder will be created. Can you see this folder here? So project1 folder will be created. So if you open this folder, then person.class file is placed here. Okay, so here placing the person.class file into the project1 directory is the responsibility of the dot operator. Here the dot operator copies person.class file into the current directory. Here dot means current directory. Current directory means project1. Okay, it places person.class file into the project1 folder. Now we will execute the main class. So this is the syntax for compiling the main class. So I compiled main class, there are no errors. Then I'll try to execute this program. When I execute this program, I'll get the output as name equals to Medhansh, age equals to 27. So This is the creation and execution of package concept in Java.